The dark secret behind Jen Arnold. Hey guys, welcome back to the stars, and in today's video we'll be covering the dark secret behind Jen Arnold. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on if you're new and so you never miss an upload, and also be sure to like the video. Without further ado, let's get into it. As we know, Jen Arnold is adoptive mother to her kids Will and Zoe and wife to her husband Bill Klein. The Little Couple is an American reality television series on TLC that debuted May 26, 2009. The series features Bill Klein, a businessman, and Dr. Jennifer Arnold, a neonatologist, who both have skeletal dysplasia. Arnold is 96.5 centimeters tall, 3'2", and Klein is 122 centimeters, 4 foot tall. They moved from New York City after Jen completed her pediatric residency and Masters of Medical Education at University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. What is the dark truth about Jen Arnold? Well, it is clear to say that Jen had to actually battle cancer. This was a very hard time for both viewers of the show and family because of what they had to go through and a tough traumatic experience. In 2012, the two tried to have a baby with a surrogate, but unfortunately that baby did not survive. They eventually adopted two children, both who suffer from dwarfism. In 2013, Jen revealed that she had a rare form of cancer and she allowed the television cameras follow her through her treatment and recovery. It's this work-life balance that's very hard for anyone, and I think having gone through what I've gone through has made me reevaluate, she told People. I just took a big step down from clinical and I'm no longer seeing patients. Even before doctors ever diagnosed Jen with cancer, she was no stranger to hospitals. Because of her condition, she spent much of her childhood being treated for various ailments and had a total of 22 surgeries before she turned 18. Jen admitted that every time she went under the knife, though she was terrified, as fans know though, she got through all of those surgeries and now is a stronger person because of it. Surgeries, however, did not end in her teens, though she continued to spend much of her life in and out of hospitals. This is probably why she showed such courage when she got her cancer diagnosis. Jen was already a survivor and had beat the odds. One of the happiest moments of Bill and Jen's lives was the adoption of their daughter Zoe, but it wasn't all rainbows and unicorns at the beginning. Jen admitted that she initially had trouble bonding with her new daughter. Part of the problem was the change of scenery. Zoe was born in India and had to adjust to life in the United States with people who were originally strangers to her. This was also around the time Jen received her cancer diagnosis. She wanted nothing to do with us, Jen told People. It was months before she really came round. The couple though continued to offer Zoe a normal childhood, with books, games and bedtime stories. Fortunately, Zoe eventually came round and is a happy member of the family. Not only did Jen have to survive a series of surgeries as a child, but she also had to deal with discrimination. Not just in her daily life, but also with school, including when she began sending out her college applications. When she put in her application for the University of Miami, the college interviewer went way too far in questioning her height. Needless to say, Jen did not attend that college, but went to Johns Hopkins Medical School instead, where she excelled as a student. Of course, that doesn't mean that Jen doesn't still face discrimination on a daily basis, and given the stories of Bill's harassment at college, it's good that the two are so successful, as it is ultimately the perfect revenge. Most children have happy memories of their childhood, including those first memories which could involve the sound of their parents' voice, playtime, or something about their family's daily lives. Jen's first memory, however though, is something a lot more eventful and terrifying. She admits that the first childhood memory she has is of riding in an ambulance. "My first memory ever is of riding in the back of the ambulance that came for me," she said. "The lights were flashing and my parents were tucking towels around my head, trying to make sure I was secured for the trip to the hospital." Unfortunately, Jen has many such memories as a child because she spent so much time in and out of hospitals. Although reality television shows what happens in the real lives of real people, the truth is that many scenarios and events get scripted and staged for the camera. That means that even a show as sweet as The Little Couple often gets this treatment. All those birthday parties, anniversary celebrations and other events are just for the cameras. Even something as simple as a child's birthday party doesn't get filmed until it's planned out. What makes The Little Couple unique is that they will often stage these things for the cameras and then have a separate event for themselves in private. Something that is just for them and their family. Maybe this seems a little deceitful, but that's the reality behind reality television. It's no secret that Bill and Jen are completely in love and devoted to each other. Usually when someone meets the love of their life, though they remember it, Bill stated that he first met Jen when they were 10 years old, but for some reason Jen doesn't remember that meeting. It seems that she made more of an impression on him than he made on her. Fate has a funny way of bringing people together, but even a decade later, friends failed to bring them together. But fortunately, fate also doesn't give up very easily. The two joined an online community geared toward little people and eventually found each other there. After they began talking, with Bill the first to initiate dialogue, they realised that they were meant to be. It makes sense that a place of business would not want anything to do with a reality television series, considering the dramatic nature of those shows. That's probably why it's no huge surprise that Jen's place of employment, Texas Children's Hospital, found itself reluctant to have any kind of presence on the little couple. As a neonatologist, the hospital and Jen's work, there is an important part of her life. It took some convincing, but eventually the hospital agreed to let TLC feature it on the show. As a hospital, they have a lot to lose, and they wanted to make sure it would show the hospital in a good light, Jen told Glamour. A lot of conversations took place with our production company, LMNO, and the hospital administration company. Which dark truth about Jen Arnold shocked you the most? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below, as we always look forward to hearing your feedback.